Now live from his in-home studio from Merrickville, Ontario, Canada, which is literally in the middle of butt-fucking nowhere, your host from Duane's world, Duane, the Boozin blogger!
Hey, thanks for that rousing introduction, folks. That's right. We're back. Duane's World is back with me, Duane, the Boozin blogger, as your host. Hope everybody had a great week. Hope everybody enjoyed the March break, as it is kind of nice to be back. I took last week off just to, regenerate, hang out, do other things, celebrate March break a little bit. But now we're back, and man, there's lots of crap going on out in the world, right? So how about we just get to some news? Let's start out with the coronavirus. That's right, folks. Let's start out with corona. We don't talk about that much. As of Monday here in Ontario, which I started referring to as Maskless Monday. That's right, on the 21st of March, the government has decided that we're allowed to go out without masks on. That's right. We don't have to wear masks in stores. Kids don't have to wear their masks in school, and everything else is all good stuff. And it seems like a slight return to normal, right? Which is good. Like I said in my previous blogs, that just because somebody's still wearing the mask, don't harass them and stuff, because it's their right to wear their masks. If they feel safer with the mask, so be it. But yeah, so as of Monday, we're getting there. But now I'm finding new news on another variant of Omicron, which to me is still a funny name. It sounds like some sort of whacked out transformer or something. But yeah, so they're calling it B4.2, and apparently it's just there's more transmissibility in it than there was in Omicron. So you're more likely to get it. But like Omicron, they don't think the health risks are going to be as high as the other ones, which is a good thing, because you know what? We're just starting to get back to normal. Now we're getting a new variant again. We're coming into the summer months. We're finally going to be able to go out in public and get tans on our complete faces instead of having that mask mark, from here over. Life is normal. It's as normal as it's going to get, I think, in the near future. But yeah, so I don't think we're ever going to go away. I think there's going to be variants all the time. I just think that we're going to learn to deal with it. Come on, man. We've lived with the flu and colds and all kinds of other things, and we just deal with it, right? And that's the way it's going to get with COVID. I think we just start to live with it, go back to normal, and let's get our economies back in shape and stuff, because this fucking thing has got to end. It's been years and years, and it's just got to end, folks. So yeah, let's just start treating it like a flu or a cold. Why not? What's next? Let's talk Ukraine. The Ukrainian war, or the Russians' invasion of Ukraine, is 4 weeks old now or something. And the Russians aren't having it as easy as they thought, huh? These Ukrainian people are really, really tough, and they're going down, not without a fight, I tell you. The Russians still haven't secured many cities, which means they bombed the shit out of them, but they haven't really secured them. And that's got to be haunting Putin, because Putin, I think he thought they would just, big bad Russian army, go in and it'd be all over in days. And no. The Ukrainians thought, nah, I don't think so. I'm reading reports where there's so many Russians that now dead and stuff that their numbers have dropped to 90% from the 100%. So there's 150,000 troops sent to Ukraine, and they're dropped to 90%. So I don't know. That's what 15,000, 6 to 15,000. That could all be just news because nobody can really verify how many people have died from the Russian thing. But it seems like there's more Russians dying than Ukrainians, at least from the couple of places that I'm reading about. One of the things that's got to be hurting the Russians is they're not getting their resupply routes. Like they're not getting resupplied for, medical aid, food, gas, other things, ammunition and weaponry and stuff. And the Ukrainians keep getting supplied. Now, apparently there's four trucks. The Russians are holding the drivers and their trucks hostage, which were supposed to be for aid to the Ukrainians that needed it, and the Russians are holding it up, which is a real dick move. But I mean, I understand the dick move. It is war, right? Even though nobody wants it. That's another thing with Russia too, right? All these people in Russia are getting charged and stuff for their protesting of the war because they want nothing to do with it. This is a Putin thing. This ain't a Russian thing. So we shouldn't be blaming all the Russians, even though, we are taking down, no place is selling Russian stuff. They're, Russian restaurants are taking a hit, which is very unfortunate because you know what? They don't want the war either. It's all a bad thing, and it's all because they're run by a dictator, which is funny because when Putin took over, wasn't that an election? Doesn't that make a democracy? But apparently that's run its course, and Putin does whatever Putin wants to do. And it really is unfortunate, especially for the Ukrainian people. But like I said, they're fighting back. They've got people coming from all over the world to fight, to stand beside them, just take up. And people, not military personnel, just normal Joes like you and me, going there and taking up arms against the Russians. And good for that, because it's time that this Russian oppression stops. It's just got to stop. There's no need for it. Russia doesn't need any more space. They don't need another part of their country. They're just being dinks. Okay, Russian, again, when I'm referring to Russians, I'm saying Putin. I'm not saying the Russian people, because the Russian people really don't. Apparently, morale in the troops is way down too, and stuff. And the Ukrainian people, I've seen videos and stuff of the Ukrainian people where they've captured Russian soldiers, and they've actually let the Russian soldiers call their moms and stuff in Russia. So they're not getting treated too badly being a prisoner of war, eh? Everybody knows it's Putin, and it's just time Putin steps down, or you get a very well placed sniper shot, or you pay off one of his guards to do it for them. That's what's going to happen, because Putin just has to go. He'll get assassinated, we hope. I mean, I don't want to wish death on anybody, but I would rather one person's death than him be the cause of thousands and thousands and thousands of deaths. So, let's get rid of him. Let's go to sports, folks. That's right. Baseball ended their strike this year, so we will have baseball. Right on. I'm really happy for this because I do. I've started to watch baseball again, and it's enjoyable to me. It's such a fascinating sport because it can be so slow, but it's so stressful. It is. It's just so stressful. And unfortunately, my man Freddie, he got signed by the Dodgers this year, so he's leaving the Braves, which kind of sucks, but the Braves will come back, I think. Anyways, so what they're doing now, though, is they have decided that they're going to have the designated hitter rule in both leagues now. Yeah, which is something I'm not happy with. I hate the DH rule, always have. I think pitchers should hit. It makes you a well-rounded baseball player. Anyways, with the DH rule being in effect, they have issued what they call the Shohei Ohtani rule. You know him. He's that fabulous pitcher in plays for the Angels, and he hits as well as everybody does, or better than most people, and he's a great pitcher at the same time. So they have made a rule based on players like him who, if he's pitching a game and he gets pulled, he can be put to DH, which is kind of cool, but I still think pitchers should hit. It's just me. But it is kind of cool that he'll be able to hit too, because like I said, he's one of the best hitters and one of the most fun athletes to watch in the major leagues as well. Like, I mean, yeah, again, they're also going back with that ghost runner for the extra innings. And that's where they started with a runner on second base. They do this because they want to end the games earlier and save the pitcher's arms so that they can pitch the next day or whatever. They're starting to get so far away from baseball. Like, I mean, they're talking about making the bases bigger, and stuff. Like, leave baseball alone. Baseball has been around forever, and I really hate the changes they're making. I don't get it. I don't know why they need a DH and stuff. I don't know why they need a ghost runner in the 10th inning, even though that does sound pretty cool. Got ghosts running the bases. Yeah. So I'm not big on that, but I am so glad that the strike lasted not only 99 days and it's not going to affect the season. All right, let's talk some football. That's right. Tom Brady. You know what? Tom Brady decided he was unretiring. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Yeah, his retirement lasted half as long as the baseball strike. Baseball strike was what, 99 days? Tom Brady's retirement was 40. And we think Tom Brady retired because he wanted to go and play for the 49ers, which was his home team growing up. And Bruce Arians said, no, if you're going to play anywhere, you're going to play here in Tampa Bay. And Tom said, okay. I love Tom Brady. When he first left the Patriots, I was really, really pissed off. And I said a whole bunch of things that I probably shouldn't have said. But overall, like, I mean, Tom Brady deserves what he gets and stuff. So, you know, more money for him, whatever. I'm pretty sure Gronk will now stay in Tampa Bay. Gronk was talking about wanting to go to Cleveland because of their quarterback. And, you know, I'm glad Gronk is staying put. There's other crazy things going on. Deshaun Watson, Houston. Yes, Deshaun Watson traded from Houston to Cleveland. The Browns also got Jacoby Brissett and Amari Cooper from Dallas. So, like, I mean, the Browns are setting up to look pretty good this year, too. Other big news, Tyreek Hill. Yes, fastest man in the league, one of the best receivers in the league. He gets traded from the Chiefs to who? Miami Dolphins. That's right. He automatically makes Miami better. I don't know why they did that. I can't see why you would trade Tyreek Hill, but why couldn't he have went to Belichick and the Patriots, man? Holy shit. Yeah, so that's crazy. Aaron Rodgers, he re-signs with the Packers, which is really weird. Everybody figured he'd be going because they did draft in the first round last year a quarterback, but no, he's staying. They gave him $150 million over 3 years, 101 guaranteed. That's pretty amazing. The only problem is that he just lost his best receiver. Yeah, Devontae Adams. He is gone to the Raiders. So this year is shaping up to be pretty interesting in football. And I hope it is, because like the playoffs last year were the most amazing playoffs I've ever seen in football. All the games were close, the Super Bowls, everything was amazing. And I'm thinking, hopefully with all these signings and stuff that are going on, that it's going to continue to be that good. Like, football is I love football. It's my very favorite sport. I don't watch hockey hardly ever. You know, I watch baseball and I watch a little bit of basketball. But yeah, so like, I mean, with all these trades coming up and stuff, it's pretty incredible what this season is going to shape up to be. Like, I mean, Russell Wilson, like went to Indy. Like it makes no, he didn't go to Indy. Sorry, he went to Denver. And like you give up your number one quarterback and send them somewhere else. Like it's going to be such an interesting year. I can't wait for it to happen. And that's only what 3 months away or 4 months away, something like that. Which is, like I said, I can't wait for football to come back. And we're in our middle of March Madness. That's right. US NCAA University basketball. They're on March Madness. I believe they went to their 16. They're 16 now. That's pretty amazing. It's always that's fun too, because it's college hoops, and college players just give you a little bit more than the pros do. Like, I mean, the pros have already made it. They're making these big money. The college guys are getting drafted and stuff. So they're all out there. So yeah, it's a pretty exciting month this month with sports. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy. Stay tuned for what's going to happen. All right, let's get on to the main story today. The main story that I want to talk about is trans athletes competing as women. I've talked about this before. I talked to it with my good friend Dave, but it's happened again. And this, the trans person, Leah Thomas, won the 500-meter freestyle and won the NCAA championship with that. And Leah Thomas was a man. Still, it has man body, but yeah, they're considering her a woman. And now there's brought protests all over the place. Like when Dave and I talked about this, it wasn't quite as bad as this because he had never won a championship before. And now he has. He beat the number 2, the bronze or silver medalist from the Olympics by 1 full second. And 1 full second is a long time. And that's what happens. Like, I mean, when this person was swimming as a guy, he couldn't beat any of the guys, none of his peers. But he's just he's just whipping all these girls. And that's not fair. Like, it's fucking bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Call me trans if you want to, or transphobic if you want to. I really don't give a fuck because it's not transphobic. I got no fucking problem with trans people. You know what? Live your life. I don't care if you want to, you want to call yourself a tree and live like a tree or whatever the fuck you want to do. You live your best life, right? But when it comes to competing against women, that shouldn't be allowed. It just should not be allowed due to physical strength, all this other stuff. No, it shouldn't be allowed, and they're allowing it. In fact, to the Ron DeSantis, he refused. He's the governor of Florida. He refused to give Leah Thomas the NCAA win and declared second place Emma Wyatt as the rightful winner because Emma is a woman, natural born woman, and Leah isn't. So I think when it comes to this very weird thing that we're going through, I think that yes, you can compete, but you compete as a guy. You don't compete as a girl because that's just not fair. I said, I bet you're not going to see a woman pitch 100 miles an hour or whatever in women's baseball. But if you put a man in there, chances are they're going to be throwing 100-mile heaters. So it's not fair biologically, physically, mentally, and not to mention, like, what do little girls have to aspire to then? You're taking away from little girls who have dreams of winning this kind of thing, and then all of a sudden they can get beat yet again by a man. Hey, what happened to like women fighting for women and stuff? And it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. The NCAA should be fucking ashamed of themselves for doing this. They're only doing it, I'm sure, so that they don't have the hate of the trans community. But you know what? Who fucking cares? This is a right and wrong situation. The dude couldn't beat men, but he can beat women. It's the same as that fucking MMA person who was a man, switched to a woman, and kicked the shit out of a woman. Big deal. Like, I mean, that happens all the time in real life, for Christ's sake, yet because they're trans now, it's legal, and they fuck off. See, Thailand has it right. You compete at what you were born. They got it right. And I think that's the way it should be across the board, because this is absolute bullshit. Men breaking women's things, like, it's bad enough. It's bad enough that women are, you know, a lot of times considered second-class citizens. Not by me, by the way. Don't fucking harass me for this. But it's bad enough that they are, you know, considered second-class citizens, and it sucks. It just really, really sucks that now men can transform to be a woman and then go and take all the shit that the women have worked for. You know, what are you going to get? LeBron James decides he wants to become a woman. He's going to start playing in the WNBA. That'll be fair, eh? Like, come on, get your heads out of your fucking asses. This whole trans debate is stupid, and it shouldn't be there. Like, should calm down a little, because you know, I get a little excited when it's something stupid like this. Like I said, women, there are fantastic women in sports, and then they're going to get beat by men who aren't good enough to beat men, but they are good enough to beat women. And that's just fucking, just pisses me off. Like, I mean, life is stupid now, eh? You know what I think? Like, I mean, what, in 2015, was it 2015? Caitlyn Jenner becomes Woman of the Year for Glamour magazine. In 2015, hadn't been a female for even a full year yet. That's disgusting, folks. It really, really is. I get it. Big deal. They switched from a man to a woman. They're finally who they are. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. I get that part. I get it all. But was there no other woman in the world, like true woman, that was more deserving of that? 2015, let me see, Obama's wife, maybe, or some other. There's lots of high profile women out there, I'm sure, that year, but they gave it to Caitlyn Jenner. It's sickening, folks. It really is sickening that this is affecting women like crazy. It gets to the point where, you know, women have been fighting to be included with men for so long, but this is a little different. Like, it's just, come on, you have real women out there. You don't need to give some former track star fucking Woman of the Year. It was crazy. You know, a guy's wife who won it, she was a police officer in New York City, died during 9/11. She kept running in and out of burning buildings, bringing people out and stuff. And she was, Glamour named her Woman of the Year that year. And when her husband heard that Caitlyn Jenner had won Woman of the Year, he actually sent his deceased wife's trophy back, because he wanted nothing to do with that, because it's just bullshit. Just bullshit. Like, there are fucking many women out there that are more deserving of stuff like that than a dude. And you can be mad at me. Oh no, she's a she now. I don't care. It started out as a dude, still a dude. You've got to fucking have, you know, and also, like, I mean, just today or this week or whatever, the big thing going on is Admiral Rachel Levine is one of US Today's Women of the Year. Guess what? Rachel Levine, not a woman. Well, maybe a woman now. Wasn't a woman. So you couldn't have gave that to a real woman. Maybe she's maybe she feels like a woman, but she's not a real woman. I don't give a fuck what you say. You can bar me, ban me, cancel me, do whatever the fuck you want with me. But I am not buying that there are not more real women out there that are more deserving of stuff like that. I mean, US today is a fucking bullshit thing anyways, but I mean, still, like, you're taking women back in time, and that's just disgusting. Leave the women alone. Let women compete against women in everything. Like, you really, there wasn't some woman this year that USA Today couldn't find to replace Rachel Levine. No, it's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't get it. It's happening more and more and more. There was another one where they were talking about how the trans community were so happy that because of the big winner of Jeopardy, finally someone other than a male won. That person was a male at one time too, right? I mean, sure, there's no physical strength there, and it's all based on brain power, but I mean, still, like, I mean, come on, fuck, quit grasping at straws with shit, folks. Like, woman of the year should be woman of the year. Maybe we go and get a trans of the year or something. I don't fucking know. I don't really fucking care, but I just think it's ridiculous that women have to take a back seat to trans men, or trans women, sorry, who were men. Women have been fighting inequality over men for so fucking long, and now you got men dressing up as women or taking hormone shots or whatever and becoming women, and they're taking all the respect women have been building up and getting. Like, I mean, women couldn't compete in basketball. They made the WNBA. Women have their own golf. They've got their own, they've got their own everything, which is fine and great, so that women compete against women. And now you got men fucking that shit up too. Men are fucking awful, aren't they? We're an awful fucking breed, I tell you. I just don't get it, folks. I don't fucking get it. Like I said, though, I don't care. If you want to be a woman, you be a woman, but you compete against fucking men. That's just the fucking way it should be. Like, I mean, I bet you there are a lot of men that can drink me under the table, but if I switch to be a woman, I bet you I could outdrink a bunch of them. Oh, gosh, yes. Yeah, so leave the women alone. Quit fucking replacing women with women who were men. Like, make rules, make things like natural women or some fucking thing, because it's ridiculous. You're starting to separate everybody again, and it's just terrible. You're treating women like shit again, and it's sickening. Women are stronger than men in certain regards and stuff, just not usually physical, except like the Williams sisters. I know they'd probably kick my ass, and Ronda Rousey kicked my ass too. But I mean, stay out of women's sports, man. Even if you're going to be a woman, switch to a woman. Race against the fucking men. It's fucking disgusting. You can't beat boys, so you have to go and beat the girls. That's fucking sick. Anyway, this is Duane, the Boozin blogger, for another podcast. Hope everybody has a great week. I should be back next Wednesday with another podcast. Who knows what I'll ramble on about next week. I'm sure there's going to be more exciting news in football, the sports, and maybe some entertainment news. Oh, more entertainment news. Sorry, I guess I jumped the gun on that. All right, let's do some entertainment news. I've been watching these shows on TV, and some of them are pretty good. The storylines are really good. I watched Inventing Anna, which is about that Anna Delvey who like bamboozled all the New York elite into thinking she was a rich German heiress and stuff. Now, the show I thought was pretty amazing. Acting absolutely sucked. Like, the acting was terrible, which surprised me because Anna was played by the lady that plays Ruth in Ozarks, and Ruth is such an amazing character, and the acting in that is so good, but she was awful in inventing Anna. Watch Mayor Kingstown. That's a Hugh Dillon, who I'm a huge fan of Hugh Dillon with the headstones. And I mean, I've seen most things that he's ever been in. And Mayor Kingstown was really, really good too. What else have I watched? Did I watch 1893? The prequel to Yellowstone. That was absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad they're bringing back another season of that coming up. Yeah, so it's got Faith Hill, Tim McGraw, Sam Elliott. It's fucking amazing show. Can't wait for second part. Actually, and then they're bringing back Yellowstone again too, which is awesome because I really love that show too. So there's your entertainment news. My picks. Duane the Boozin blogger from Duane's World. Take care of yourself. Subscribe to my channel. We can always use the subscribers. Share the hell out of my videos. Remember, you can listen to the audio only on Spotify or Anchor or Apple or multiple other sites. You can listen to this podcast just audio. Take care of yourselves. See you next week, and don't be a fucking asshole.
Duane's World.